let it be. Yeah, who wants to start setting out towards the town? You have a little, from the passing sea, there's a little ways of woods, but the clearing is pretty soon. You're not too far from the town.
Dumbledore will.
Alright, you're gonna set out. Are you gonna go for the surrounding woods or just straight into town?
I'm gonna go straight into town.
Perfect.
Dumbledore sees his target, and he shall go to it.
Who follows?
Jonan runs
I'm gonna follow behind.
to the tavern.
To the tavern.
His thirst for mead is growing stronger.
I trip him. Making me trip him.
You're tripping him? You failed to trip the giant barbarian strides.
Probably
Stocky
broke my fucking
barbarians.
ankle.
Jonan sees what you tried to do and scowls.
Yeah, as you enter the town, you can't outwardly tell where the tavern is, but presumably one of the larger, prettier buildings is either a tavern or an inn of some kind. So you all kind of make headway in that direction. As you pass, you go through a outer little area and you see little tiny stones embedded in heavily growing grass. And you kind of trip and bobble over them as it starts to get dark at dusk, and you wonder, like, what the fuck are these little stones? Until it dawns on our most perceptive of searchers to be Alex, notices that carved in each stone is just a name, a date, and you immediately recognize that they are headstones. Wow. As you trip through the town cemetery. And as you search, you mindlessly kind of look around until you see one headstone that is labeled Arexu, and then whatever your last name is, if you haven't decided.
Let's just say it's covered in
Give me 5 seconds.
dirt.
Figure it out.
Since it doesn't have a last name.
Yep.
So it's like, I can't even see this. I'm like,
So
this is you.
scratched out. And the headstone has 2 dates. One is your birth date, and the other seems to be tonight. And written in quotes, where other people have, like, loved with his whole heart, great person, blah blah blah, all the little gravestone quotes. On Arexu's, it says...
It's Arexu Fazaris.
On Arexu Fazaris' I'm gonna write that down. Stone, it says, what is your greatest fear? Could it say, died alone?
Greatest
His
fear
father
is...
never loved him.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, my father wasn't around too often. So
it says, Arexu, a disappointment to his father. Your birth date until today. You're awed in
I'm
horror
just like,
as you note this.
what is going? I don't know my accent. I was like, what is going on?
What is going on?
I'm gonna just be normal. Like, what is this?
spooky headstones.
Are you going to point it out to the group?
Yes. Do you see this?
I do.
Ooh, where is mine?
Isn't this you?
Jonah, excited!
I don't know what
tears
I don't
through
understand.
Until he finds his
What does
own!
this mean?
Jonan, the barbarian!
Or do you know of...
Jonan. Yeah, Jonan. My last name is the Barbarian.
The barbarian, and what the birth dates, your birth date and today, tonight, and what exactly does your headstone say?
Man who could not whittle.
No, it just says like I don't know. So it's gotta be like it's gotta drive my character. So I'll say like
The man who winked.
no,
The man whose passion destroyed his life.
just like
The rapist.
died lonely, sad. Everybody thought it was a rapist, something like that.
Died lonely, sad, and a confirmed rapist.
Tim, can you throw this in the trash?
I exclaim aloud,
No! With some searching around, you two could find your headstones. Do you wish to know?
Yes.
Rorik does not care.
Rorik steels himself and keeps walking. Dumbledore, if you uncover your headstone, as the others, it has your name, birth, tonight, and what exactly is your catchphrase?
This is my fear, right? Or just catchphrase?
Your greatest fear.
My greatest fear.
Disappointed his father. Died lonely, sad, and a rapist. What would the worst
Some
thing
of these are worse
put
than
on
others.
your tombstone?
Oh fuck, that's a hard one. Let's.
Unable
Oh,
to
but
avenge
let's
his
see.
family.
That would be a really good one. Unable to avenge his family and died hopeless.
Unable to avenge his family. Died hopeless.
Rorik can sense the theme here and wishes not to read his own tombstone.
Or actually, yeah, okay. I was gonna say gone mad and lost, but I forgot what I was going to say. So that works.
That works.
We're of course he's gone mad. Look at him.
So yeah, everyone, upon seeing these headstones, Rory, sensing the theme, quickly keeps pace, kind of noting the rest of the group that we're not reading mine. As you continue into the town, night seems to have fallen quicker than normal, and a chill starts to send down all your spines. Looking into the center of the town, there's a beautiful fountain well. And out of the well, you see just a single hand kind of come up and grab the edge. And pulling itself from the water is...
I shoot my bow at it because it scared me.
Dumbledore, panicking, draws his bow and fires an arrow into what would be the worst thing for you to shoot. It can be an image of your family, someone you know, someone you love, dead or alive.
Your family.
My kid?
You loose your arrow, and pulling himself out of the fountain, you see your son, only to be struck in the heart by your precise shot. From behind you, Rorig, you hear a whisper. Turning around, is it a orcish general, or is it a human?
War chief.
It is a orcish war chief.
No, not.
I feel like this.
correct
I feel like
you,
this
thank you.
necromancer is fucking with everybody's head in this village.
Who is the worst man from your past that could cross a blade with you? Donning all of his armor and weapons. Think about that. Alex, from one of the statues, it seems to uncurl and transform into something lifelike, and you realize that the whole time the statue was your father. He's dressed in the most stereotypical pirate costume imaginable.
Arr,
Shocking,
bird.
shocking you and almost comically sending you into throes of the realization that your father was not who he said he was. And he kind of just jumps down and draws a cutlass and a pistol and says, "Arr, time to kill your daddy."
Okay, good. This is all an hallucination.
And I go, ah!
Jonah, you scream, and with
I
that
charge.
battle cry, out of the darkness emerges.
I fear no physical image.
Jonah is sent into a kaleidoscopic nightmare of flashing images. Grotesque and horrible things. You're driven mad, crumpling to the ground, clutching at your ears, just wishing for the ringing to stop.
Does it happen just to him or all of us?
This just happened to him because he fears no physical thing.
You fear sounds, loser.
I hear like cockatoos and I'm like, no, no! No!
Dumbledore, you hear weeping coming from the fountain,
There's
and you
a pigeon.
recognize your child's sobs. Rorig,
I
your
drop-
figure draws his blade and attacks. Who is it?
It is Golub, one of the Diarchs from the Orc homeland.
Gulub the Diarch draws a huge orc blade and swings it right at your neck. Alex, your father lunges at you with his saber. Cockatoos everywhere! Oh my god! Where? How?
Why is that just your theory on your tombstone?
He said it! Alright, we'll go in order. Dumbledore.
Dumbledore drops his bow and runs towards his son, picks him up, and starts weeping as he strokes his hair.
Rorig draws his shield to block the shot.
It's a success! And he starts pummeling at your shield, pushing you down to the ground.
I pull my pistol that I concealed underneath my armor and fire at my father, saying, "Your time in this world has ended."
You draw your pistol and point it at him, but as you see your father's eyes, as the gun sights raised to his forehead, he transforms from this twisted, comical pirate image to just your regular father in the clothes that he wore every night when he would read stories to you before bed.
Good old dad.
His weapons
Dear
are gone,
old dad.
and
traveling to the
he
wasteland,
seems to
punching
have a
out
tear swelling in his eye, and he goes, "Son."
I cry and fire my pistol.
It's a critical hit!
Damn.
You blow your dad's fucking head off! It's showers of your father's blood rain on your face.
Nice, you have the bloody mess.
Mixing with the salty tears pouring from your eyes.
He gets it.
I continue to scream.
So
and
many
swing.
cockatoos!
I am swinging at nothing. Eyes closed, screaming.
You're able to Oh, they're taking you! The cockatoos, they're taking your mind! The horrors are just too much for you to bear! You finally met a foe you can't meet with your axe! No physical man could harm you, but now it's a different world!
Can I use magic?
Yes.
Magic.
I have a magic stone.
Then yes.
Yeah.
What does it do?
I'm gonna bring
It's
out.
sense. So it senses any type of life form that's within a what would be reasonable? Like let's say like a 4 or 5, like let's say like a 3-mile radius.
Okay. You wanna use that?
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
he's going insane. He just shot his father. I just killed my own son. He's fighting someone who had a bad past with. So Dumbledore gets up and he's just like, this can't be happening. So he pulls out the stone, he casts it, crushes it, and then just lets it out. And then then all of those are we're all able to see the cockatoo's life forms. But there's nothing fucking there.
As you cast this spell, you realize that the corpse of Alex's father is merely an illusion. The cockatoos are not real. In fact, they're just pigeons. Or they're just not real at all.
I can't fuck with my perception.
Evan, as the shield starts to beat you down, the figure starts screaming and screaming until the clanking stops and he disappears. And you look down to see your son is not
Just
in fact
melts
in the
away.
fountain. It melts away
Becomes
into the
dust.
water. But you also see this senses all life forms.
Yeah, anything that has a pulse.
Anything with a pulse. It also lights up all the houses, and you can see through the walls. Fearful people clutching their children, sleeping uneasy. Everyone's kind of in a state of discomfort, and you can see through one of the walls. There's an old man, and a shadowy figure descends upon him, and you just hear a muffled scream before that pulse dies out.
That's in the house, right?
In the house, yeah. And the
It
pulse.
dives into the house. Dumbledore sprints to the house.
All right, kicking the door.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking in the door like a badass, Dumbledore bowls his way into the house, runs up the stairs to where he saw the pulse, and sees that an old man is just laying, shivering in his bed. He's dead, like rigor mortis clutching himself. And he appears to have no physical wounds. He has just been taken by some mysterious yet obvious force.
Damn, this has got fucking real. Okay. I'm shook.
Okay, so
The screaming of cockatoos is gone. You're able to reclaim your mind.
no,
Everyone thinks Dumbledore.
I don't like that.
You're welcome.
I was gonna say,
You're welcome.
okay, well, I feel like shit. So I take out some, I don't know, what's some enraging weed from my pouch, and I start eating
Wait,
that
we
shit.
can smoke weed in this?
No, it's like a weed that just makes you
Oh,
angry.
okay.
And I start eating that shit.
Why are you trying to get
You're-
fucking angry?
Going into a fit of barbarian rage.
I look
Real
at you and tell you this
question
isn't
for
the
No,
time.
so I'm trying to rid myself of the insanity.
Oh, by going to your all familiar place of rage.
Yes.
Oh, since that's what you fucking drive on. What makes
In a
you
twisted, horrible way, it works, showing that your horrible anger management and penchant for losing your temper is the only thing that keeps you grounded in this crazy, twisted world. Rory, your action.
I stand up, collect my thoughts for a bit, and I go, I wish not to proceed with this adventure.
Alright, Arexu, what is your move?
What did we notice that happened just now?
Yes, you were able to see with the sense stone, right?
Yeah, with the sense stone, we were able to see all the life forms around us. The cockatoos disappeered. Your
Everything-
dad wasn't real.
So the man that was coming out of the fountain just disappeared as well.
No, the
That
man,
was
that
his
man,
son.
that was my son that I shot.
okay.
So,
So it wasn't-
Dumbledore
yeah.
was angry that happened, and he was like, this couldn't be real. Because Dumbledore's son, his family, died in a
He-
fire.
he
So
went-
there was no possible way, especially with all that going
We
on,
went inside,
stop the
checked
madness.
stuff. I used my perception to see if I can see any like characters or
I mean,
like
we've
characters
already-
of intrigue. A man in a cloak.
Well, he's dead.
Some-
I'm looking at him right now. There is no pulse on this man. And I
we
am
know that
dumbfounded on
that's
how
the man
he
who
died.
casts the spells,
Huh?
or that's just a man that.
No, he died in his bed. Like there's no cuts, no scars, no wounds. He's just dead and was shivering, then died.
Well, I'm just saying. I want to see if I can see the person who did this. See a reason, a causality.
Can you see?
I don't know. That's why I'm checking.
You hear
I
the
have a
creak
cigarette
of
by
a
chance?
door cracking open.
I don't. That's,
Really?
Yeah. I was
Also,
asking
before that, I
Alex.
took a swig of my flask on me, so
Fair.
because you know
I'm enraged.
very
I'm running through the town. I'm looking for
uncomfortable
anybody
area
to
for
just hack to
everybody.
bits.
everyone's just like,
Everyone's just like, what just happened? What the fuck is wrong with this town?
Could I hit that?
You hear a creaking of a door open, and a person kind of pokes their head out and goes, "Is it over? Are they gone?"
I open the door and say yes.
Who are you?
My name is Arexu.
Who
are
welcome,
you?
welcome to Erd. I'm Nathan.
Nathan.
I'm Nathan. How's it going?
How's it
How old is
going?
Nathan? How old is Nathan?
Nathan appears to be in his late 20s. He's wearing
Okay.
a barkeep's kind of rags and then has a apron on.
Nathan, do you know this man?
Do I know what man?
The dead man.
Oh, who died? Shit. We got another one? God.
What do you mean another
Another one.
No. Oh, you know, just, that happens.
Dumbledore has a couple questions for you.
Yeah, you guys want to come in?
Yeah.
let's.
You shouldn't be out in the cold,
But
especially
before
with demons around.
before I can explain,
There's no
Jonah-
time to explain.
Jonan comes out of the darkness and plunges his axe into his forehead.
You son of a bitch! Dumbledore was looking for questions, you buffoon! I wanted to see if you knew this man and what was going on.
I grab the axe because I'm gonna say this. I'm a bigger guy with a little bit of strength, and I am
Can you hold on to his
Jonas.
axe?
More strength than a barbarian?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
a metal
he doesn't
worker.
have more strength. He's just got the finesse.
The
I just
rolls,
got,
yeah.
I have
He's got the finesse.
because I work at metal all day. I got arms like Jonan
know
is
that
very
Dumbledore
very,
is very
fast,
angry.
very dexterous,
Dumbledore's
very
angry.
good with weapons. But I'm just like very calm and just like
You're able to just like finesse.
I'm just like
The rolls have it. The barbarian swings his axe. Alex goes to stop, but is just short, leaving the barkeep to nimbly dodge out of the way of the blade, going, "Oh, I'm getting coming with an axe."
I'm sorry, sir. Our friend here is a wild card.
Yeah,
We've been dealing with this for a couple of days.
I only
he has
respond
been
with
smoking
no eating.
he's been eating some of the poisonous plants of this land.
Oh, you guys want more poison? We got plenty of ale.
No,
Come on in.
no. Well,
And I scream. I only respond with
Dumbledore.
ah.
Barkeep, you seem to deal with characters like this a lot.
Oh, you know, it's a pretty crazy town. A lot of people die all the time.
you
so
sound very
get
laid
used
back
to it.
and relaxed about all this.
Are you drunk?
What is your take on what's happening here?
Yes, very. And,
Okay.
well, you know, it's a living. You live in a town, a monster comes tonight, kills everybody, and it's just kind of like, you know,
I
it goes.
silently walk past Nathan into the tavern.
Yeah, come on in. Let's all grab some drinks. So he pours you guys all a glass. He goes, "I can't believe you guys are new in town. This shit never happens around here.
Somebody-
It's the same fucks every day."
Somebody better feed Jonan some ale. 'Cause
Yeah, have a glass, big guy.
he's twitching a little bit.
Yeah, take a load off. Relax. It took what? Usually it only comes for one at a time.
How long?
It's
have
whoever's sick, you
How
know?
long have you lived in this town?
Oh, my whole life. Born here. Born and raised.
Why don't you leave?
Go where?
Anywhere
There's-
that people aren't dying every
There's
night.
other towns back
People
east.
die every night all the time. What are you talking about?
There's graves surrounding this town.
There was a
There
man
are
in the
graves
room
in every
that
town.
died.
Are you saying there's a town where people don't die? This
There's
is a
a
town where people
don't-
live forever.
Listen,
So
something's going on in this town, sir. I just shot my son. He has been seeing his fears of cockatoos chirping at him
You got the
as
sun
well.
one? That one's rough, dude.
What?
Yeah, that happens all the time. You know?
What?
You just-
What do you mean?
It's just like a little, you know, it's a little fun game. You know, you go outside, kill a family member, tries to kill you.
When did
and
this
it's-
start happening?
Since I was a kid. You know?
Why? But why do I see the hellish birds?
Birds? That one's new, dude. I've never seen birds.
What?
If he has no
So
physical
we
bird.
birds.
we've walked past a villager leaving the town
Yeah.
to bury his daughter,
Sure.
and said something of what was it, yellow fever?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get sick, and then the monster comes, and you're too weak to fight it, and then it gets you.
What monster?
Monster's a stretch.
More of a
It's
pirate
Natsu.
than I am.
It's like, you know, it's just a thing.
That was going to my other question. Who is this Natsu?
It's just, you know, it's just this guy, you know? It's, you know, you go outside, you're a kid, there's a cloaked man on the street saying, "Come on in," and then it starts scraping the walls with big claws, and you go, "Oh, Mom said I shouldn't do this," so you go back inside, and everything's fine.
Can I use my intelligence on you? Because there's something you're hiding. You're taking this whole situation too well.
You, using your motive, realize that this is just the norm in this man's life. He seems to be hiding almost nothing. Although that you can tell there is another piece of information that you're missing. Whether or not he's holding it maliciously.
Fuck, what is that piece of information? I don't know what to ask. That's what I want to use my intelligence on.
Or back, use better.
I slam my axe into the table.
Alright.
Where do what's a good way to phrase this? Like, where does the necromancer reside?
Which one?
I feel like that's what all the statues are for each necromancer.
The cockatoos.
Oh, well I don't know about the birds, but Nasu's in the tower.
What are the statues around here for?
Which statues? The nice ones?
The pyramid.
Oh.
The pyramid, the statue of the man, as well as what is that mine that
What
looks
is the
unfinished?
pyramid, the pit, and the tower?
There we go.
Well, those aren't statues, more buildings. The pyramid is just, it's like a funky pyramid. Got all those cool guys in the cloaks with him. The tower is where Nasu is, and then the pit is, it's just, you go in there, you dig sometimes.
I don't know what the fuck to ask you.
Sometimes you go in the pit and you dig and you're like, oh, am I gonna live forever? And then, usually you don't, but some people do. And then the statues are just kind of pretty,
What are you digging? What are you guys digging for?
Oh, well, Yama said to dig, so, sometimes.
Who's Yama?
He's the guy that grants eternal life. You guys don't know shit about this town, do you?
No,
Is Yama the other necromancer?
Well, one of them, yeah. Yama gives you eternal life, so you can spend your whole life perfecting, like arts and crafts and shit, and carve nice statues, or fountains, or like nice buildings.
Let me ask again. How long have you actually lived here?
I've only lived here 25 years. I'm 25, almost 26, dude.
So
My
you
birthday's in, like, 2
haven't
weeks.
gained immortality.
Oh God, no! I've been trying.
Like how does one come across immortality?
Gotta win Nasu's favor, or Yama's favor. Sorry, you gotta just kind of work hard, put in the time, have a talent that he recognizes. If you're a really good artist, he'll make you paint. If you're a really good, who goes there? Oh
What's
shit!
up?
It's Colton.
What's up, dog? Did we get the name of that person who left town?
This is your seat.
No,
Fair enough.
I don't think
Damn,
he
we
did.
shoulda.
I should have asked that. Damn it.
Didn't ask his name, man.
You have character sheet on you?
Damn it.
Boy.
That would have been a good question to ask you if you knew.
Alright.
I'm dying to
Check it
understand
out,
the
but-
question that I need to ask him. And I don't know what to fucking ask because I feel like I went through everything and he's just an idiot. It's a delightful idiot.
As Dumbledore and Nathan?
Nathan.
Yeah, Dumbledore and Nathan are gabbing along. I smell the familiar smell of a
Gross, unwashed.
slave.
Oh. You
as
notice
I
that
Across the room.
Just as I predicted earlier from those the pyramid and whatnot. I knew it was slave work.
You notice, sitting at a gambling table is a kind of half-lucid man who seems really focused on his cards. He's alone at the table, but he seems to be going through his head and practicing bets and odds and how he's going to win his next game
Is there a
and make it
dealer
big.
with me, or am I just sitting here looking at cards?
You are literally just
Separated.
on the game table. It's kind of a butchered version of roulette. So you're looking at the map and jotting down math on a napkin as you try to figure out how you're going to make it big in this town. You're new to this. You've arrived in the midday of the city. So you've
So
not.
what time is it? Midday.
You
nighttime
arrive
now.
midday. It's nighttime now, but you've been locked in the tavern all night. So you are not aware of the horrors they experienced outside of the town.
I sniff with my elf sniffer a goddamn dirty greenskin.
I slam my axe into the table. I see you're a like-minded man such as I.
Wow, what the fuck?
Just look
Why are you traveling with me?
Immediate rage.
Hey, he's traveling. He's traveling with
saying
me.
you're interrupting
I
my
see great
card
boys.
game, good sir.
Friends,
Would you like to pull up a table
Let
and
me
we
out
can
here.
have a chat that way, like civilized gentlemen?
So I assure you, we are pretty civilized
I
here.
give Sergey a death glare from across the bar.
As do I.
Nathan looks over and goes, "You got him talking? He's been quiet all night. Come on over, man. Come chat with us." So I was just explaining to him how the town, is like all the necromancers and stuff. Like any other town, I think.
This is the only town that does that, dude.
Are you serious?
This is not normal, Nathan.
Yeah.
There are
This-
better places for you to live.
Are there any casinos here?
This is it, baby. This is the tavern.
What is
Whatever you
What
guys
am
want.
I doing? Wasting my
I'll play
time
cards
here.
with you, good
Famous
sir.
cock.
Slam my cards on the table.
I'll play cards with you, good sir.
What race are you?
What do you have to
Okay.
bet?
I'm a
Dumbledore has no comment.
plains elf.
How'd you get free?
They
elf?
cut their ears because they've been driven out of their home.
You elf.
How did you get free, elf?
Did you hear this?
I ignore the green skin.
I look at
The
you.
elf orcs enslaved his people because we were on the same continent.
Well,
Wait,
this
did-
can
you
only
didn't
get
say
better
what
or
else
worse
did
with
you-
the addition of more booze. And Nathan passes out another round of drinks.
Aren't you?
So you
I'm
were
just pretending that he doesn't
Rorik,
exist.
aren't you over being that life? You've gone into seclusion and you
I
see.
didn't tell you shit.
I'm assuming
Yeah, me and him talked about
an
this.
orc from the Great Orc Land has come to our home
What's
and
everyone's
is
race?
hiding.
I'm
I'm
a wood
a
elf.
human.
I know
I'm a
something.
plains elf.
You do
I'm
not
a
seem
five,
to care for
5'4"
fighting.
wood elf.
I'm a barbarian.
I'm a 6
I
foot
don't want
even.
to fight.
Why
this
is
man.
everyone so fucking tall?
Because plains people are big.
I guess.
No,
I
I'm
guess
like-
I'll fit my own persona.
I'm like
As
5'8".
many orcs are 7 foot.
I'm a bigger 6'2". Evan's 7'5". You even if you're 5'4".
It just makes me more nimble, so that
He-
way
he
if
may
you
be
attack
tall, but
me,
he's
I can
very,
run through
like,
your legs
very,
and then stab you with my dagger
Very like slimly
right in
built.
the asshole.
There isn't any like extraneous
Daffy.
growth or muscular growth.
Yeah, you both of you are like kind of very
We're
very
like
thin,
sinewy.
very.
Well, not sinewy, but like,
Yeah, you're
I
up.
can see.
Fit.
Well, Dumbledore is thin because he's nimble. He's a nimble elf.
I'm like a
Most fucking
frontline
elves are
fighter,
nimble.
so my
Yeah, I
guys.
know,
like they're
but
thin.
especially a wood elf.
For,
I know my way through trees and shit like that.
There you do.
Oh, what is that supposed to mean, big guy? Do you have a problem with Dumbledore?
Fine, you're cool.
Hey, let's play cards.
Okay.
Dumbledore, or not Dumbledore, Rorik takes the drink that Nathan offered and chugs it.
Alright. So, you're all becoming varying levels of drunk as you continue to pound ale
Dumbledore.
long into the night. Who's gonna play cards with these fucks?
I'm playing cards. Who wants to play cards? Somebody get over here and play cards.
Anyone else gonna fight?
Dumbledore
refuse to
sits in the
take
back and
cards
kicks his
with
legs up
slaves.
and thinks.
Wait, do you have a
I
beard?
I'm
just
in
kinda-
situation.
Like, what does your hair
Good.
look like?
Huh?
What's your hair look like?
It's
Is it like
Yes.
long? do you
it's
have, like,
long
a-
and silver. It has a unusual glow to it.
You, hairy man, come here.
Who are you
Oi,
calling
grey
hairy man? Dumbledore ignores the comments and just looks away.
So you two are gonna play cards?
Yes.
I'm gonna assume you have the upper hand, being that you're a barbarian and you're a semi-professional gambler. So we'll kick off. What money are you guys gonna put up?
I was gonna put up 2 gold pieces. Let's say I have 100.
2 tiny axes.
2 tiny
put up-
asses.
Play a game of
Like
caravan.
glowing coin.
A glowing
Nobody
coin.
Yeah, there's no winner to caravan.
The plains elf produces a glowing, shimmering, pretty translucently magic coin and flops it on the table.
Did I hear? What was that gleam?
What was that gleam?
Dumbledore, would you like to get involved with the game, or just step over and ask?
I just step over and ask.
What is?
What? Where's?
I just
what kind
kind of
of
like
coin is
whisper my
that?
breath.
Why don't
reading
you
what
grab?
else.
Why don't you grab a chair and find out?
Dumbledore does not play cards, good sir. I've played various games, but cards is not one of them.
Well,
I don't have
Dumbledore
time for games.
Will not find out the mystery of my coin.
Well, put it that way. I guess I shall
I shall find the mystery by winning. Axe into the table
challenge.
again.
I shall challenge to get
What are
more
you putting up?
information.
What am I putting up? I put up 10 coins.
No.
How drunk are these
It's gotta
guys?
be some real.
I'm sober.
Some
Ten.
real? Okay, I put up. I put up my
Relax.
enchanted battle
Like
axe.
axes.
Ooh, got an axe on the table.
I put up my enchanted battle axe and I put it into the table.
Slam it into
There's
the
like
table.
there's like more than
You
5
hear
like axe sparks.
Nathan goes, "Please stop ruining my table."
Sorry.
I'm like, but if I bet this, you must raise your I don't know, your bet.
All right, Colton is able to win in the hand of cards, masterfully bluffing, and now has your axe.
God damn it!
This is
I slammed my axe into the
Pulls out another axe.
This is a fine axe, sir. Where does one obtain such high craftsmanship?
Dumbledore leans over the table to look at glowing coin.
I just whisper that axe is shit.
And I go like, this axe was forged by like the greatest blacksmiths in my town before I killed them all. How dare you?
Did you cut off their hands when they were making it?
No, I started with their feet so they could finish. I slammed my ass into the table again.
Nathan like starts to say something and he sees the enormous pile of axes that are being embedded in things and he's like, oh. Shrinks back into
There's
his
like an
chair.
axe here, there's an axe here, there's one right here.
Can you stop slamming axes into the table? We've only just got here.
No!
You're making us look like rude
How many
guests.
axes do you have?
I have at least 10 in my backpack.
They're just like varying sizes, some tiny little like keychain
Got
ones.
your camp
There's a
axe.
big
Yeah.
one on there,
Got
just
your
a little
keychain
like,
axe.
kind of like a pocket knife one.
He has like a
Yeah.
shoe axe. So you're able to quickly
My
pull
like,
out.
no, like the
You have an
breastplate
axe
I
that
have
doubles
is
as a
like,
cigarette lighter.
it's got like axe imprints, or what do you like?
Axe body spring.
No, I have axe bodies.
What are your
What do you
sponsors?
call it when it's like engraved? What do you
Yeah,
call it?
sponsors.
Oh,
We're gonna make a
I think
lot
just
off this.
engraved.
Yeah, there's just like engraved axes all around. I'm an axe
He's an
man.
fan axes.
I'm a fan axic.
Terrible. Alright. Nathan kind of just shrivels behind the bar. Roy, are you still at the bar?
Yes.
He'll keep pouring you ale as much as you can drink it.
Nathan, I am disappointed with your ale. It's nowhere near as strong as the orc growl.
I spit up
Well-
a thorny
And
blanket.
I pull out, give him my
Horse
first-
vomit.
Try this.
Dumbledore leaves the table because he's not getting
It's
any
very
attention.
You wanna try his ale?
It
I'll
makes
try
it makes me drunk. I do not
It's
How
care.
is
like
it?
this is like it's like orcish ale. It's like pretty rough.
How is it? Taste of home?
This tastes nothing like orc ale. Whoever you
Wow.
bought this from lied to you.
I made it, so thanks.
Oh, Jesus.
Then you lied to yourself.
Oh, okay. So
I saw a kid drink this and go blind once, so I don't know what's gonna please you.
from the same pouch, the same pouch I kept my enraging weed.
I'm also
I pull out a
7'5",
different weed.
so
Okay.
it's gonna take
I'll just
a
call
lot
it
of alcohol
Adderall
to
weed.
affect me.
Alright, you take some Adderall.
I take some Adderall and then I start playing.
How is
cards again.
Adderall available in this
He
world?
has,
No,
he has
I
a
have, like-
special, he has a bag, he's an herbal
I have like a
pouch.
bag of drugs.
Oh, so it's just so
It's
like Adderall,
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
just
like a
namesake,
flower.
so-
It's like a flower that I eat. and
but
it's
it gives
like
you the same effect like Adderall for
Yeah,
maximum
yeah.
concentration.
I'll call it.
It's
Are you
gonna be
trying to
like
kill
that.
yourself?
Another round
Do enough
of,
drugs.
another round of
Oh.
cards?
How to talk?
Yeah,
about
another round of cards.
Alright, what's going up?
that. Mr.
Put up the axe.
Mr. Snowflake,
Oh.
Yeah, you put the axe back up.
What are you
Who
gonna
are you calling
I
a
put up-
snowflake?
the guy who's
I put up. I
Putting
go,
things in his nose?
Geez, what am I gonna put up?
Leave me alone in my time. My time
The rest of my
quiet.
enraging
I'm
weed.
touching your nose.
Ooh.
Just
Oh shit, he
Fine.
threw his enraging
He's
weed
got
on there.
enraging weed on the. God, Colton's gonna be able to spec into barbarian just by winning the gambling. Alright.
Dumbledore gambling?
I left the table
Jonah's
sit
able
with
to
you.
get the upper hand almost
now we're
almost
trying to
too
get the
easily.
I'm
I
not
feel
sure.
like he might have
Dumbledore doesn't
flubbed it a bit in your favor, but
Dumbledore.
having your axe back is such a joyous moment that you
Dumbledore needs
overlook.
his
Or you come across
100% of
any
his mind to
casinos
stay
or
active.
interesting ruins.
Hence is why it
You're
makes him
like,
so agile.
I'll be sure
Or
to,
what
as
else
I
to
like I
drink
cradle my
is basically-
axe like a child.
Just telling him to kill himself. Especially for my
What's going
my
on
people
over
does
here?
not drink. Well, I don't drink because
Describing how
Fantasy Muslims.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because Dumbledore doesn't drink, so I'm not drinking at the bar. I'm just sitting. Because
Sitting
whenever
before.
whenever I drink, I can't make the calculations as well as the precise. I can't make a good
Shot with your bow. Or
no, well, shot with my bow and then analyze the scene around me. So he needs full mental capacity. So he basically just analyzes everything. He's very
Keep
cautious.
stealing
Guy.
glares at the dirty greenskin across the room.
Dumbledore is not racist. Well,
FBI safe house.
well, actually,
5G?
Dumbledore does have a question for you.
No, let me see.
When you're done fiddling with your gadget.
What is your
What's
question,
next?
Dumbledore?
What's next? I'm just sitting here.
You said-
like, I'm not
you
really
said
getting
you
drunk because I've
enslaved
been drunk all
elves.
day.
Well, you've all
What's
just
that-
kind of
what
stopped
kind of
talking
race
to
is
Nathan, so he just sits, and you guys are kind of idling
you
the
said
time,
you enslaved
gambling,
planes.
playing games, talking to each other, banter, and
Why?
Thank you.
The orcs enslaved the plains elf. I never had the opportunity. They were already enslaved by the time I was born.
So you were from a different planet. Oh,
We were all united into one clan.
No man deserves to
The
be
Great
caged.
Diox. Great Diox.
So what happens to the Great Diox? Why aren't you with them?
You hear a loud crash as Jonah the Barbarian slams one too many axe into the table and it splits in two.
I
Glasses of
glance
mead and
over
cards
it and just
crash.
look at everything like, wow, dude.
You hear a soft whimper from behind the counter as Nathan goes,
I pull a very bright, shiny coin from my pocket and hand it to Nathan.
Dumbledore looks at shiny coin.
And I tell the greedy wood elf to get the fuck off his hands off his coin.
Who are you calling greedy, sir?
It was a Jew elf then.
No.
God, Colton, I wasn't gonna call him that. I was gonna be cool about it.
I wish all those northern orcs would have exterminated you in the great, in the great elf genocide.
Why?
I don't think I can travel with you anymore.
My grandpa
I
was
say
killed
it
by
under
orcs,
my
and I don't
breath,
have
you
a
can't
hate for
hear.
them as much as you.
he's also
I
very
get up and
drunk.
get ready to leave.
Which
the tavern.
softens any punch if you scream something drunk, because you're like, they don't know.
I give him the coin and say,
There was no
this should reprimand.
As the night continues, Jonah gets shit-faced, smashed, and eventually passes out. Our gambling friend sits at his table, continuing to count his cards. Alex, you are already drunk. You stopped
I
drinking.
am casual, like, I'm pirate by blood, so I'm just a little bit all the time. Doesn't really impair me, but it definitely makes me happier.
I'm
start-
passed out.
Be drinking more rum.
You start to sober up and eventually head up to one of the inn rooms that Nathan shows you to get some sleep. Rorig, you manage to drink the whole night and barely get tipsy as your orc blood perfectly siphons out these weak alcohols. And our wood elf friend, you're not drinking. Would you like to sleep or do you want to stay alert the whole night? Nathan recommends you get some rest.
I stay up for like, let's say 3 hours.
Okay. He's willing to show you to your own room if you don't want to.
Do I have a balcony in this room?
I've just been glaring
Yeah,
at
so
Rory
I
the
go
entire
to
time
my
I'm
room
playing
and then I just
cards.
sit on the balcony to analyze the area.
Okay.
See what other kind of crazy things are going on.
That's a good question. Do you want to make an observation then?
Yeah, I want to make an observation about the town.
So, night has fallen. You can see that the large structures that I'll describe really briefly because Colton missed all of this. There's a kind of half-built pyramid. There's a really big cylindrical tower that isn't finished, and there's a deep pit with scaffolding around it. It looks like a mine.
Do you guys have that white chair still?
No.
Okay.
Ah, it's in my house.
Damn.
It's nice.
So
I was gonna say my ass hurts. So.
I can help you there.
Here, you want to sit on this?
Dude, that would be sweet.
Yeah, go for it.
So,
So,
Coming in.
the light plays off the structures.
There is also the
but you can
camping
tell
chairs
that
outside too.
it's just so extremely still. No one seems to dare wander outside of their houses at
You're
night.
right.
So everyone's kind of locked the doors, hunkered down, and locked themselves in, lest be subjected to the horrors of Erd.
I've just been glaring at Rory the entire night.
Yeah, now my ass
Can you
won't
say the
hurt.
first part again? I couldn't hear.
No, it's fine. 3 structures, light plays off of them. Town's super quiet. There's
Not a soul.
0% nightlife. Everyone's inside hiding.
But how's the air feel?
Can I be passed out?
It's light and almost staticky, like before a storm.
Perfect.
Can I be passed out in between the two tables? Or in between
Yes,
the halves of the
absolutely.
The storm is coming.
Nathan, I refuse to sleep in the same building as a slave.
Go out to the stables where you belong.
Doesn't click with the.
Let's just go inside and go to your room.
I wake up screaming.
Walk over to Sergei and say, "Slave, you have no right to talk to your master like that."
My master was killed by my own hands when I was a boy.
Well, then it's time to reaffirm you into slavery, isn't it?
Nathan
Draws sword.
quickly steps between you, putting himself in the way of your blade, and he's like, let's not kill people in my tavern, please. If you guys really have a problem, you could step outside, but if you remember, there's a horrible demon monster in the streets, so maybe...
Dumbledore forbids.
Nathan, if you know what's good for you, I would suggest that you get behind the bar where you are safe.
No worries, Nathan. No one will die here tonight.